Right now, I'm with Jill. And about 2 minutes ago, I asked her whether she wanted to be on a video. She says, "What? Are you serious?" And I said, "I'm serious, right?"
Yes, you did.
This is dedicated to all women, because right now I'm dealing with a lot of women who have cancer, and they're recommending chemotherapy. And her mother was recommended too, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so she asked me, well, I said, what is chemotherapy? You're on. Jill, live!
All right. It says, where do all these chemicals come from? There are about 200,000 new chemicals recognized worldwide every year. I explained...
By the way, this is from Cancer Answer by John Carter, so we're just reading directly from the book. Okay?
All right.
Good. This is funny, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Thank you, Arnold. Yeah. I came for her banana whip, and I'm.
By the way, she came for a banana whip.
I got entirely too much over here. You can focus in here. I couldn't decide.
She got the whip that I was eating. She got a watermelon, and she got a large green smoothie. But she bought my books last time.
Yes, I did.
Good.
And the album.
And the album.
Did
you listen to it?
You have to get. Yes, I did.
Funny.
Every song.
Yeah.
So. There are about 200,000 new chemicals recognized worldwide every year. I explained any one of these compounds might qualify as a cancer drug. Obviously, not all these chemicals have been tested, but since 1955, when the Cancer Drug Development Program began, 500,000 compounds have been screened. Of the 40 cancer drugs, currently around 26 of them are commercially available. What properties must a drug show to be accepted by the National Cancer Institute as a cancer drug? Any chemical that interferes with the mechanism of natural cell division is a candidate. Most cancer drugs interact with the genetic material in a cell, so anything that keeps cells from dividing naturally might be classified as a cancer drug. That appears to be the case. Let's look at some of them.
And the first one is?
Mustard gas.
Mustard gas. That's actually... I think it was used in World War II to destroy people.
Oh, that's nice.
I think it was. And if you ever go in a hospital and they're using chemotherapy, you have to be careful. Because what they're, first thing they do, 1 second, is they have to wear lead protectors.
Okay.
They have to wear lead gloves. They have to have a lead room so none of this chemotherapy leaks out. They're not allowed to touch it, otherwise they'll get sick or poisoned. And guess what they're going to do? Put it inside your body. If that makes sense.
Well, I'd go with the bananas.
Yeah.
Mustard gas. Mustard gas, dichlorodiethyl sulfide, is a highly toxic war gas.
1 second. Highly
toxic war gas. Which causes conjunctivitis and blindness.
Which actually probably causes loss of hair, too.
Its vapor is extremely poisonous and can be absorbed through the skin. Mustard gas is also used medicinally to treat cancer.
1 second. Does that make sense?
That's crazy.
Is it crazy? Isn't it crazy? Women today are being told they have to go chemotherapy by the top doctors in the country. What do you think about that?
I mean, I guess everyone has their choice, but that sounds a little dangerous.
It is dangerous.
Yeah.
It is. Good.
All right. But it causes cancer of the bronchi and industry workers exposed to it.
I mean, they are not allowed to touch it because they're going to get sick. Good.
And causes cancer of the lungs, larynx, trachea, and bronchi in cancer patients treated with it.
And then there's another mustard. Another treatment in chemotherapy to use. What's it called?
Nitrogen mustard.
No. And there's also a couple more. There's a couple more.
Yeah.
This is pretty serious, isn't it?
I'll tell you.
These are all the... Why don't we read some of them that are used for chemotherapy?
You're going to make me pronounce all these now? Fluorouracil, methotrexate, bacteria compounds, L-asparaginase.
What does that say?
We're right up here. You're jumping ahead here.
Yeah.
What's this one?
No,
you can read that one. Go ahead.
Vinblastine.
Vinblastine. That one even got the war aspect to it. Chemotherapy.
One second. The use of drugs.
The use of drugs to kill cancer is an undeniable undeniably expensive proposition, both in terms of dollar expended and in terms of cost to the body. I acknowledge because the chemicals attack all quickly dividing cells, healthy as well as malignant, the patient treated with chemotherapeutic drugs pays a high price indeed. The side effects of these chemicals are devastating.
Okay, so I recommend bananas.
And you said to me 10 to 15 a day?
Well, 10 to 15 pieces of fruit a day.
Okay.
And that will, to me, that's the secret. There's no money in it, right?
Yes.
And no one's going to argue with me. No one's going to argue with me, don't eat your fruit, right? What do you
But
think
bananas specifically, you're
Bananas
saying?
because it's high calorie.
Okay. And you don't expend energy, you told
And
me.
you don't spend, well, you're good.
Yes, I'm absorbing here.
You bought a lot of my books, boom, boom, boom. And you're going to go home and tell your mother, what is she going to say?
Well, she's going to try
Do you
some
believe
banana
this?
smoothies.
Don't believe me, but this has to make sense to you. You cannot believe me, it has to make sense to you.
Well, I bought your 2 books,
You
like
bought
I
my
said,
2,
and I'm
yeah.
going to go home and study some more on them.
Yeah. Watch me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Anyway, this is Jill. She was wearing a mask when she came in. Do you get hugs?
Yes, I do. Oh, I'm going to get a hug now.
Yay!
All right.
Yeah, so this is it. So dedicate to all women and make wise choices. Bye.
Bye.